Hello everyone, my name is Dustin, founder and CEO of Beast Trading Software. Guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new video, the first video of this year of 2025. I'm really excited about today's video because if you haven't been following us on social media, you will see that today is the launch day of our brand new version 5 of the Beast Super Signal, the indicator, and our EA. So in this video, I'm going to explain everything new about the Beast Super Signal, what's changed, what's new, and why it's our best version that we have ever created. I know it's taken a long time. Those of our clients and those of you who've been following us know that this version has been a long time coming. I did intend to release this version last year, but due to personal unforeseen circumstances and due to the complexity of the update, it did take a bit longer than expected. But here we are, a brand new version. Let's get into it. Let's show you what's going on. So version 5. I think the best way to show you what's changed is to go straight into the settings so you can see, and then you'll be able to compare with what we had in the previous version 4.3 and version 4.4 of the EA. So first of all, you'll see that now there are two signal strength periods. Before there was only one, now there are two. What this means is that there is now an extra layer to determine the signal strength quality. As you know, the signal strength period, this is a kind of like a filter. The lower the number, the increase in signals that you might have, but then again, it also could decrease the accuracy. And then of course, using a higher period will lower the frequency of signals, but then could then increase the accuracy. So, you know, playing with these settings, you can kind of find a balance, a sweet spot of what works for you depending on the time frame that you're trading on. There are now two levels, so we have a higher period and a lower period. Just to clarify, these are not moving average periods. They're not based on a moving average. So in case you're thinking this is a moving average, it's not that. It's based on an entirely different formula. So these are the default settings. We have 50 and 20. I am still working on a few things. So the version that you might receive or one version that you might see, this could be different. But for now, these are the two settings that we got. The next thing is a moving average filter. We did have this previously. It was hidden in the code, but you'll see now as I go forward, I actually opened up a lot more of the settings. So the indicator is a lot less of a black box, as some refer to it. I've opened up a lot of the settings to make it more customizable so that you can then see what you prefer to use or not, and that obviously then alters the performance of the indicator and the EA. So there's a moving average filter. This is just a trend filter. Basically what happens, whatever you have it set at, the signals will only be opened or shown above or below. So for example, if in this instance I'm using a 100 period EMA, it will only allow signals like, for example, a sell signal if it's below the 100 and a buy signal if it's above. So this is kind of just a trend filter to make sure that you only catch signals that are following the major trend. Of course, you can change this to whatever you want. It's up to you. The next two filters which I've opened up previously that were not visible before is an ADX filter and an RSI filter. Again, these are all based on trends because the primary function and one of the main logic of the Beast Super Signal is that it's a trend following indicator. It doesn't trade reversals and this kind of thing. It focuses on trading trends. So I like to have filters in place that go in line with the main overall trend that you're trading on. So for example, the ADX, in this case, I think the main setting is if it's above 20 of the ADX, it will allow a signal, and the RSI as well. In this instance, the price needs to be above the 50 line of the RSI, because generally if it's above 50, that indicates an uptrend, and below 50 indicates a downtrend. You can deactivate these if you want, if you don't want to use them. All of this is user customizable. Then continuing on it, this is still the same. You can choose which RR you want to use. Default is 1-to-1, as you can see here. Then we have an ADR filter, which existed before. This basically filters out any trades if you have this enabled. So if the ADR, the average daily range, has exceeded the limit of 100%, for example, if you have this active, it will not allow any further signals for that day. It's a good filter because sometimes you might have an extremely volatile day where price moves above the average daily range. And the indicator could give a signal, but then what happens sometimes when price has been exhausted, you get a pullback or reversal, then obviously taking out that trade and hitting stop loss. So this will filter out the occurrence of those types of signals. Then we have the alerts function, so you can customize your alerts. We have pop-up alert, so when there's a new signal, you will get a notification on your terminal. You can also get a notification sent to your MT4, MT5 app on your phone, and you can also receive an email notification if you want to. So you can set up all of these if any type of alert notifications that you want to receive. And then moving further down, we have the setting to show the trade panel. If you want to show that on the chart, sometimes people don't want to have this on the chart. I like to keep it there so you can see all the information about the signals that we've had. Then you can customize the panel. It's fully customizable because depending on your screen's resolution and whatever DPI you're using, you can then edit the panel to fit the way you like it. And then of course, another big one is displaying the stop loss and take profit lines. You can choose if you want to have them visible or not. They are visible by default, so you can see the suggested entry price, the suggested take profit, and the suggested stop loss. Just to touch on these levels, these are suggested levels by the indicator. They have been calculated using a dynamic logic to predict where it thinks the best take profit should be set and the best stop loss. You can follow this if you like. The indicator follows these levels to calculate the profits, but you can ignore them if you want, if you have your own preferable stop loss and take profit. It's up to you what you want to choose. But they're there if you want to use them. And that's pretty much it. That's the settings. You can see what's changed. A lot of new functions have been opened up for you to further customize the indicator how you want. However, on the other hand, the default settings are pretty good to go. There are no longer any set files. All our clients will know that. I used to update periodically with optimized set files for, I think, 15, 16 pairs. But the way that this is set up now, you don't need to do that anymore. You can just load the indicator on a chart and away you go. Someone asked me, I'm just going to go over a few general questions actually that some clients have asked me about this indicator, and they commented that a lot of the time they used to see me posting on the 30 minutes chart, and they said, is that the only time frame? No, it's not. The indicator works on all time frames from the 1 minute all the way up to the daily. However, I just want to make a few notes, is that on the lower time frames, yes, it does work, but you need to be, just pay attention, because general lower time frames, sometimes the signals are not that great. So I would say if you want to trade on lower time frames like the 5 minutes chart, the 50 minutes chart, pay attention to the higher time frames to trade in confluence with the overall major trend. I would say from 30 minutes chart upwards, it's better. With this new version, actually trading from the H1 chart or the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour chart are really good. Because you normally find on these higher time frames the trends are more reliable, and as you're going to see now, I'm going to run through some examples of the new indicator for you to see. Trading on the high time frames is a lot better. So going forward, I would suggest either the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour time frame. You're going to get higher quality signals, and if you're trading across 20-year charts, you're going to be making more than enough profit. So you don't need to worry about trying to trade on lower time frames. Someone mentioned that they like to trade on the 50 minutes chart. I mean, that's great if you like to trade on the 50 minutes chart, but if you want to make money, is it really important on which time frame you're trading on? I think the main thing is that you're making money, and if you're making money on a different time frame, does it really matter? Okay, now let's have a look at some examples that I've shown you here. Let's go back to the beginning. I have a Euro USD. Here you can see I've actually zoomed out on the chart, so you can go all the way back earlier this month, and you can see some of the signals with this new version. Of course, here you can see we have some losing signals, like I've mentioned before, many times or every time. The B super signal is not the holy grail. It's not 100% accurate. It's averaging around 70% accurate with its signals. Sometimes it's going to lose. That is just the way the market works. You can't win every signal. I mean, indicator, it looks at past price data and then makes a highly calculated prediction of where it thinks price is going to go and when is the best time to enter the market. sometimes it's wrong. You know, it's essentially making a prediction of where it thinks price may go, but the market does what it does, especially when it comes to news events, major news events, high impact red news. A lot of the time, technically, the indicator might give a buy signal, then the news event comes out and price goes down and takes you out, unfortunately. And that can happen. That's why I always say use a stop loss every time. But yeah, so there will be losses. It's completely natural. It's going to happen. As long as you stop loss, you will be able to easily mitigate those losses when they occur, and you'll be able to keep your profits. Okay, going forward, we have another chart here. You can see very nicely how this is a trend following indicator. You know, as trend is going up, it keeps giving signals, trending up the market or trending down. Looking at gold, as you guys have seen, gold has just been trending up for the last few weeks, and it's been giving multiple buy signals just to follow the trend all the way up. And then when gold turned, it gave a nice signal as gold went down, following the trend downwards as well. And again, here's another chart. I'm just going to run through so you can just see how the indicator looks. Just touching on the panel while I'm looking at it. Here you can see the total profit and points. This is basically on this pair. It's in the last. This is on the 1 hour chart. Over the last 1,000 1 hour bars, it's made 539 pips, 9 wins, 2 losses with an average of 81%. So that's a pretty good average for the indicator. And if you were trading the signals, you would be in a very nice profit. Okay, here we can see as well. Here we had a signal a few hours ago. Unfortunately, looks like this one hit stop loss, but looking back, the indicator did very well. Running through some more charts for you to have a look and just see in general how the indicator looks compared to the previous version. In general, this is a major improvement, a big upgrade. This indicator really is the best of what we do. In all our 10 years of experience, me and my coding partner, in all our years of experience, we've put everything what we know into this indicator to help you guys make more profits. And yeah, I'm really happy with what we've created. This indicator has been a lot of work, but I'm very happy with the result. And one more thing I'd like to show you guys. Today we officially launched my new website. I've been working on this website for quite some time, and I've launched this website. It's now live. You can go and have a look at this website. I think you really like it. It's got a lot of information. You can find all your questions answered by visiting our website, boostsupersignal.com. So go have a look at our website. I think it's pretty cool. For those of you who don't speak English as your first language, we have a very nice translation tool here, so you can translate the site into another language if English is not your first language. And then looking at some of the pages, we have a why choose us page. So this page just goes into why you should choose the B Super Signal, why you should choose us as one of your trading tools. Then we have our shop right over here. You can find our shop, the B Super Signal version 5.0, the EA as well. And then we still have the previous version available at a discounted price. So now instead of $179, it's dropped down to $99. And then the EA, which was $396, is now $199, so making it a lot more affordable. The new versions have had a small price bump. That is just obviously for all of the work that has gone into this new versions over the last 2 years. It is natural. Well, we have just bumped up the price a little bit, but still incredible value if you take into account the profit that you're going to make. Your return on investment on this indicator will be next to nothing. And then also we do have the source codes available, because there are a lot of coders who like to create their own projects and use existing projects, and we have our source codes available. We have the previous source code available of the indicator or EA, and then the current version. So if you are a coder or a developer and you are interested in creating your own product, you can purchase our source code and you can work off it, completely change it. You can do whatever you want with it. It is available. And just for information, guys, we actually have, I think there are 5 products on the Inco 5 market who, you wouldn't believe it, are actually using one of these source codes, and they just then adapted it, made some changes, and they've launched their own separate products on the market, but the base is using our source code. So yeah, interesting point there. Then we have our About Us page. You can just read more about Beast Trading Software and the Beast Super Signal. And then on a very important page for those of you who have a lot of questions, we have an FAQ page where you can get you can find answers to all the most common questions about the indicator and the software. So if you have any questions, head over to the FAQ page and have a look at that. All right, everybody, that's pretty much it, I think. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button, and please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you hit that like, it really does help the YouTube algorithms, and it helps other people find our channel. If you'd like more information, please comment down below. You can also contact me on NCAL5. I will respond to you directly, and you can also contact me on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this new B Super Signal and B Super Signal EA, the most fantastic product I've released until now. I hope you enjoy everything. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Cheers. Happy trading.